YouTube, Jim, Little Shop on the Prairie. Okay, I'm going to build a planer sled. I found in a magazine article, talked about it before. To start with, you need to make the little base for it, which is like a little torsion box. And when I measured my Shopsmith planer, I come up with 12¼ inches wide on the table. So what I've done is I've taken my saw and the same tape measure, and I'm setting myself up now for 12¼ inches to make that width. In order to do that, I had to use an extension fence here for my fence to fit it on. So I want to cut it with the fence. So first things first, I went to the big box store because it's closer than my wood store, and 1/4 inch hardboard is hard to find. It's just under 1/4 inch. So anyway, so I'm going to be turning on both of my cleaners, and we're going to go ahead and slice this piece of hardboard down to 12¼ inches by 48. And so that'll be the first thing. And it's not quite 1/4 inch, and really I don't think it matters, because really we're just making a tabletop. So I mean, I'm going to be off by, I forget how thick this was, but it's just under 1/4 inch. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. I hope you enjoy watching this, and we will move on. So first things first, turn my ambient air on. Okay, so we get all our air going, and let's make this cut. Alright, now that we got this cut, just kind of make sure this is going to fit. Alright. Well, it's right at 12¼ right along the fence. There is some play. I thought what the article said, that it was supposed to be just a little shy. But you know what? Maybe it's, I might have been able to go maybe another 1/8 inch wider, but I don't think it's going to matter. So I'm just going to leave it like that, 12¼ So, doing videos and finding content, time consuming, but I'm keeping busy, and that's a good thing. So I'm also, with these different projects, getting through some of my scrap. I used to work as a part-time remodeler, for a subcontractor for a guy, and he had always put in this oak flooring, and I got with the flooring company on one job, and he had all this scrap, and I said, hey, what are you going to do with that? He goes, oh, I just chop it up and throw it away because I can't use it again. I'm like, oh, can I have it? And yeah, he said, sure. So the planer sled is calling for some hardwood for the torsion box, and it's supposed to be 3/4 inch by 1 3/4 inches, I think. Lo and behold, this will fit the bill. What I'm going to do is just rip out the tongue and groove part on it and make it just a flat board. It's already 3/4 inch. It's got some grooves down here, which is standard for the floor. I don't think it's going to be a problem to do it this way, and then sandwich this between two pieces of hardboard to make that torsion box. So I'm going to reuse this scrap. So just FYI, I don't think you need to watch me rip this down, but I'm just going to take the saw, rip it down. Then I might just make, it's kind of rough, because they usually, after they put this flooring in, they come in with a sander, and they sand the floor real smooth before they put the coating on it. So it's not real smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and just run light pass through the thickness planer with it later. And so anyway, using up some scrap, good. I'm happy. I got enough of this to build the torsion box. So that's what we're doing next. Alright, YouTube, we're going to go ahead and trim these guys down. Figure I'd go ahead and show you. So we'll turn on the air conditioner. Alright, you guys, working on the torsion box for the jointer sled, and the magazine article says find a really good flat spot to start gluing the sandwich of the torsion box together. So being that I'm in such a small shop, this is just a little 16 foot by 16 foot shop. I don't have a lot of room, but I have a Shopsmith. So all I had to do was put some tables together. I've got extra table here, and then I've got another one on this side. So now my 4-foot section of the torsion box I can lay on a nice flat area, and I'm going to be able to glue this thing up now. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got all the small spacers all cut. I showed you my technique for duplicating that, and I did the same thing with my fence. So these guys go in. My first initial measurements were 4 inches between this one, and then the rest of them were 5 inches apart, and that made it real nice and even all the way across. Of course, these won't go in until I get one of these glued down. So I'm going to glue this one down today, and then once the glue's set, get this one ready to go, get the blocks in, and glue it all down. And then once I get it glued down, like I told you, I'm going to go ahead and run it through the planer, one pass, a real light pass. I don't want to lose any depth really. I just want to get it nice and smooth and flat. So we'll do that before I put the next piece on top and glue that one down. So I think it's going to work. This hardboard that I got is rough on this side here and smooth on this side. It looks like in the magazine they were using, when they had 1/4-inch hardboard, it was the kind that was smooth on both sides. I remember that, but I've not seen that in a while. It might be at the wood store, which is downtown in Tulsa, but long ways to go. But I don't think it's going to make any difference. When I put it on the planer, it slides pretty smoothly. As a matter of fact, the rough side kind of slides a little bit easier than this flat side or the smooth side. And I'm sure that's just because the friction, there's less with the roughness down there. So maybe it's going to make it off by, who knows, maybe a 1/64 of an inch or so. For me, it's not going to be that much of a problem because I'm not that accurate. I can always, what I like about wood and always have, I can always sand it to make it fit. So anyway, I just thought you'd like to hear me tell you how much I love my Shopsmith, and whenever there's a need in this small shop, man, it comes in handy. Thanks for watching.